Hello YouTube, GreaterJ1 here, and today I'm redoing one of my old character guides on HVV, and this is the Grand Inquisitor. So in the original guide there were very skilled players in it, and let's just say it sort of ruined the guide as I was just getting beaten over and over. So this is sort of a bit of an update for him. So yeah. Now the Grand Inquisitor has a health of 175, which is pretty average for most characters. Now in my opinion, his moves are pretty smooth, and his stamina is pretty average, and by average I mean it's pretty average it's pretty much the same as most characters. So yeah, he has a unique block where the saber actually spins, and that's not really used on any of the other characters. Now the abilities I recommend you using is, I think the ability is called Whirlwind, which is what I was just using, and Force Pull. Now I do not recommend Saber Throw because it's pretty hard to use. I do not like actually using Pull. I find it a bit unreliable. Like, you can get killed while having it used on you, but as soon as you get many enemies with you, you just probably want to fly away, because he can handle a lot of enemies, but he can't handle too many at once, which is expected. That's how it works with all of the characters in HVV, but still. Now I will say he's one of the better characters, and he's really good for new players. Now the way to unlock him, if I remember correctly, you need 10 Death Star wings, and like every other character, he can block from all sides. Now just be aware, a lot of things in the game take around a second to actually get working. So blocking, it will take around a second for it to properly work. And pretty much it's the same for about anything apart from force abilities. They don't usually take that long, but he's one of the better characters, if I say so myself, and the moves are pretty smooth. I actually think he's probably got some of the smoothest attacks in the actual game, and are pretty good if I'm being honest. So now I really do not recommend Pull for any other hero unless they have other bad abilities. Then that's when I recommend you using them. But really, you should never be using Pull anyway. You may think it's really good, but in my opinion, you can get killed quite easily if you're not careful with it. So yeah. Now with the Grand Inquisitor, he has around, if this is still up to date, 3 skins. And I might have just killed myself there. Anyways, I recommend using your Whirlwind to get out of a situation, or to get in one. So yeah, it's pretty useful to get out because you go pretty fast. Just remember to watch your stamina. If you don't know what stamina is, it's this blue bar here. Now, like all other characters, he has only 4 jumps, and that's pretty average. Now he can do well at. Now he's pretty good in the game. He's one of the better characters for the game, if I'm being honest. Now, as you can see, the pool just glitched. Now this does happen on a regular basis. Well, not on a regular basis, but it happens quite a lot. Abilities will often just break, and they just stop working. Now, unless you're using pull, which you're likely not, many people don't use it, myself included. With the Grand Inquisitor, pull is an exception. Anyways, pull will pull your enemies, and they will pull them behind you, making it pretty useful, but only for very few situations. Now, he's pretty useful in the game. I wouldn't say that it's the most powerful, but he's one of these characters where he can deal a lot of damage, but you can't take on too much, because then you're going to be running for most of the game and you won't really get back up to around 50 as you've been seeing. Now, it's important to get a parry. If you don't know how to parry, the easiest way to actually do it is actually by blocking just before somebody attacks. However, sometimes, if I am correct, you can just get a parry just by blocking, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Now, let's go to villains and find the Grand Inquisitor. So of course, you need to get 10 Death Star wins. His stamina is an average of 120. Jump is 65. Damage is 25 to 30. Health is 175, and speed is 23. Now, the things we go over here is now his abilities, and which ones I recommend. Now, Whirlwind is a must, but you can do side flip or Victorious Strike, but Whirlwind's much more useful in my opinion. Now you have Saber Throw, Push or Pull. I prefer Pull for him, like it helps you get the enemies to you. So yeah. Then we have his default appearance. This is a good appearance, but when it comes to recommendations, Armoured's still not the best appearance for him, but Temple Guards is probably his best appearance if you want to camouflage into the actual characters, and this camouflages quite well because Sindralig has one where he can be a Temple Guard, and that one can also be used to trick people into thinking you're the Grand Inquisitor. But then you also have one where, so the Temple Guard appearance is the most recommended for him, but also remember that he can do well with any kind of character. It's just the one you prefer, and really skins are for what you prefer. And remember, do not try and take anyone on as being the same. Yeah, just try not to take too many people on. Like, this is sort of recommended for all characters. If there's too many people, then just wait. And yeah, now never use pull. That's what I think you should do. Never use it. Now a lot of people will disagree. Probably about half the people will. Now, I've not played this game for a long time, and I actually very much hate fighting people who are more skilled than me, but that is to be expected. So yeah. Nope, you're not getting the pull from me. Bye bye. So yeah, now hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm getting chased by Charaters, but I'm not now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.